talk of a journalist having a story drop in the lap or into a chat group he's on. The editor-in-chief of The Atlantic magazine, Jeffrey Goldberg, got invited, inadvertently it seems, to a group chat on the Signal app where top secret plans to attack the Houthis in Yemen were being discussed. Goldberg says he was invited to join that chat on March the 11th, 4 days before the US launched what it called decisive and powerful strikes against the Houthis. He says he was invited by a user, Mike Walls, believed to be the National Security Advisor. He was then added to the group called Houthi PC Small Group. Goldberg says that on that chat were accounts that matched the names of Vice President Vance, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard, CIA Director John Ratcliffe. Goldberg has now published some of that chain of correspondence, and the White House acknowledged that it appears to be authentic. Though President Trump has denied any knowledge of it, he says only that he is no fan of the Atlantic. National Security Council spokesperson Brian Hughes has said they are now investigating how an inadvertent member was added to that chain. This has come as a shock here in Washington to see that top US defense team was discussing plans against Houthis on a social media communications app, and without checking who all had been invited to it, who were on it unknown to them, and of all people, a journalist. Goldberg now reveals that in the hours before the strikes began, an account attributed to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth posted detailed information on the group's imminent attack, on targets or the ammunition to be used, the sequence of the attacks. The discovery has now set off a furor within the Congress, particularly both Republican and Democrat lawmakers have been livid over this. Members from both sides have demanded a full inquiry, and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says he has demanded a full investigation. This comes days after reports that Elon Musk was invited to a Pentagon briefing on China. And of course, it follows the indictment of President Trump himself earlier in the classified documents case, where top secret documents were found in the bathroom of his Florida estate. That case was dropped because Trump got elected. Democrat Senator Kruse has said that this lapse now should attract a jail sentence. Goldberg chose to go public several days after he discovered he was on the group, and that was well after the attack on the Houthis was over. A disclosure before the attack or about the same time could have been far more awkward for the Trump administration.